Hey, we back again. Episode 2, y'all. Uptown Talk. Goddamn,
To the Uptown Talk show.
This nigga got the music on loud as hell. Shit. Nigga
Shut up.
What's good with y'all, yo? Episode 2. It's been a little while. How's everybody doing today, y'all?
It's cool. I'm doing just fine.
I'm doing good.
Hey man, I'm doing good.
I'm about to say, niggas, we established. We don't gotta say our names before.
Stop telling you niggas your name. Nobody care about you.
Nah, we low key beefing with Tyler right now. He came here late.
Yo, this nigga Tyler came in talking about some, yo, bro, I'm drying my clothes and shit. Knowing he damn well in there doing unforeseen things, shit.
Nah, man, my clothes was wet.
Tom the only nigga to tell you like, yo, I'm gonna be. Well, nah, I ain't gonna front. That's
we really gonna go there?
Yeah, nah, that's a black person thing.
Nah. But Tyler,
There's been a bunch of times I've been on y'all asses about Tom.
Nah, it's not even. That's not even the issue. But Tyler be the main one. Be like, yo, we gotta be on point. Blah blah blah.
I said that.
Then he 2 hours late. 2
Word.
hours late.
Yo,
Shut up.
I said that.
I went 15.
Yeah.
Word, to be exact.
Tyler the only nigga to tell you about Tom and then be a whole 2 hours late the next day.
Be like, I'm almost here. Next
But
thing
it's
we
all
see,
good,
we see
though.
a snap
It's
of
all
him in the
good.
gym
That's
15
Brody,
minutes
though.
ago.
It's all
That's
good because
Brody.
we live.
Word, we definitely live
We
now.
gotta set it up for a great episode.
Word,
man.
episode 2 though. Episode 2. So what's good with everything
Still
though?
here.
Word. Now the main thing is what's been good with everybody. You know, we didn't put anything out this week, but we back for this week. So
Well,
a lot's been going
last
on.
week.
Oh yeah, last week. So what's good with everybody? What's everybody been up to?
Everything's going horribly wrong.
This nigga.
Why?
Oh, nah, I just got to get a new car. That's the main issue.
Sure, don't we all?
Nah,
That's the grind of the young and bro.
Nah.
I think at 24, everybody gotta get a new car.
Nah, but mine's so messed up. I turn my car on, that shit start beatboxing and
Oh,
shit be like.
It don't matter how you.
Wah, wah, wah.
It got 2 lives. Fuck you.
My car is so messed up. I just got a new car and I need a new car.
Word. Shit
I
be
ain't
like
gonna-
that.
that's normally how this shit get, man. But it's all good though.
Nah,
Niggas
but what's
keep
good though?
pushing,
What's
man.
everybody's week been like?
Niggas been fucking working. That's one thing, man. It seemed like we never could get in here on the same fucking day.
Yeah,
Everybody got
yeah.
mad shit to
you
do.
know, everybody got work. Little side hustles. Women.
Facts.
That's the main
Unfortunately.
thing.
Trying to stay up with the workout regiments.
Word.
That's what I had to get into earlier.
That's a fact.
Oh yeah. No, most definitely.
Yeah. Shut up. I told you about this yesterday. You should.
More excuses. No.
Word,
Nah,
you should
yeah,
have
he
planned
definitely
accordingly.
did tell me,
Fuck
but-
out of here.
No, but
Shit happens.
You in the hot seat all day.
But yeah, nah. But for me, yesterday I just this weekend it was busy as hell. Baby girl had her graduation. She graduated from Felician. Congrats to her.
Congrats
to
to her.
Kayla.
Congrats.
Yeah, you know. So also we went to a little gala yesterday for the internship that I was with Diff Development. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's always good to see people doing elegant things, especially when you see black folks out here doing, dope stuff and having different entrepreneurs out there. So it was a really good experience.
What was the location for the event?
It was in Brooklyn.
Dope.
I think it's at I think it's called the Aquapa Mansion. And it was a really dope.
That means welcome and treat.
Yeah, for real.
From the location, it seemed like I was in the Flatbush section.
No. I don't think it was.
It wasn't?
Yeah, I don't think it was a Flatbush section, but it was a really nice area. Shit, I know what they talking about when they say Brooklyn look different. That shit was nice as hell. Like
Gentrification really took over.
Sean, I
they
told
whooped
you,
that ass.
You seen them when the last time when we went? What was the name of the street? It was some crazy name street. It was like Beat Down or some shit.
Beat
Nah, it was
He
some.
making shit up.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, but it was the street looked like this. It didn't look like what Brooklyn, what Jay-Z used to talk
Oh
about.
yeah, nah. It's definitely not.
That shit was
It's
crazy.
definitely not the Brooklyn of the Jay-Z era.
That shit
I'm
wasn't
telling
Marcy.
you. Yeah, nah, that shit was not Marcy. I ain't gonna front. It was mad nice though. I'm not gonna lie. And you saw mad different black folks doing different things. You had people there that was serial small business owners. You had people that was into the wine, people that was into brewing beer, people that was into television, magazines, fashion, all types of people just doing really dope things. But they all came together to show support for the internship that's about empowering every black student, one student at a time, and giving them an alternative to college after they're done. Because so many times when especially black. I mean, not even just black kids, but kids in general, when they leave college, they don't know what they're gonna do, and it's like a big question for them. So especially for black kids, it's something that it was good to see and something that I loved being a part of.
And speaking of college, man, let's just take a minute to congratulate all the college graduates. Y'all made it through your hell of 4 years.
Yeah, that's right.
I know some of y'all graduated asking y'all for y'all money back and shit now.
It seemed like everybody named Mother graduating this week.
Word. Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's that season. I know niggas was out here. I was on Twitter a little bit. I do be on Twitter a little bit. Niggas was low-key talking about how the fuck would you feel when you see Chance and all these other people get honorary degrees. Like, nigga, I worked hard as hell for my shit. And you make 2 platinum albums and now you get a fucking honorary degree. Fuck that.
Nigga, Chance was at the commencement and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Word.
They have Black
Word.
Panther at the commencement. too.
Word.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga's name is not Chadwick. It's just Black Panther.
Yeah, nah, for real.
King T'Challa.
I heard motherfuckers call him Mr. Wakanda. All types of dumb shit.
Damn, Mr. Wakanda.
That's goofy though.
Yeah, they goofy.
And
as fuck.
borderline ignorant.
He low-key tired of that shit,
Yeah,
too.
I seen it in his face.
Yo, every time you see him put up them 2 X's on...
You talking about no memes?
Yeah. Yo, the motherfucker talking about something. He walked up to this one girl one time and she was like, Wakanda forever. This nigga looked for 2 seconds and he walked away. He was tired of this shit.
Yeah. Wakanda, whatever.
Wakanda sometime. Wakanda maybe. Like all types of dumb shit I've been seeing. But today, the biggest thing that we want to talk about, some of the topics that we wanted to get into, is what everybody's talking about around this age is dating. And I know for most people, when they talk about dating, they want to get into it's like 3 different discussions that you want to have about it. First of all, the main thing that I wanted to talk about first was, man, what's dating like in the millennial age? Like in this age, in this day and time, like what do y'all see dating like?
Sex. I'm kidding. That's
Wow.
not all I'm kidding. Y'all know.
Well, he's being firmly accurate, I guess, from his standpoint.
Go ahead, Quan. You gonna go first, then I'll jump onto this.
Well, with me, something that goes without saying, it's somewhat like perception versus reality. It's some people put up like a certain type of front. Well, it's not just with millennials specifically, but people put up a certain type of perception of how their relationship is going, and it's actually how the relationship is going. You see a lot of that on social media. So.
Yeah, because I think the dating in the millennial age is like closely tied to dating in the social media age. So those 2 things, that's the main thing that I want to touch on. What for this little segment, what is dating like in the millennial age and the social media era?
Relationship goals, this bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit as far as dating in this age, because the perception and perception plays a big part, because like they sell this idea that this was supposed to relationship, it's supposed to be blah blah blah, and by them same guidelines relationships fail. You get what I'm saying? Because people were expecting this based off of Instagram, but nah, a relationship is based off of who you are as a person and how like it connects to another person. You get what I'm saying? But now it's just like, ooh, vacations, and we got to get matching
Do-rags.
yeah.
Word.
Sorry, it's the bonnet do-rag combo.
Oh
Sorry.
god, that's so goofy.
But it's mad like other little stupid shit. Oh, we got to get matching Gucci's. Well, I ain't gonna front. Girl, sometimes I ain't got money for matching Gucci's.
Kayla asked me for a matching bonnet and do-rag set too. I told her hell no. I'm not with this shit.
Told her, hell no.
Nah, the way I look at it,
I love you, baby,
and
but hell
the way
no.
I look at it from that matching stuff, I ain't gonna front. Well, first and foremost, with me, I like to vet, the girls that I'm with for a little bit. But the thing about it is, sometimes you gotta understand, if you not there with me when I'm eating peanut butter and jelly, you feel me? Why should I be there with you when we eating caviar and all this other like rich shit? You get what I'm
Now
saying?
you sound like the meme. But anyway,
Nah, but I was off the dome though. I never seen that off of me.
Oh,
let's get one thing straight. It's nothing wrong with matching with your girl. The problem that we have is don't set standards or the foundation of your relationship off of trends off of Instagram. You create your own trends within your own relationship.
You match with your girl?
word. I was about to say.
I don't have a girl.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
nice comeback.
No.
Why is that a comeback?
Yeah, that's not really a comeback. It's just a fact.
I don't know. It just sound like a cool whippy remark.
Let's let some niggas who in relationships talk about this shit.
I like that.
And, no, fuck y'all too. Fuck y'all too.
Go ahead, lover boys.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I
nigga,
claim that shit.
word,
Yeah, that's the
shit.
same reason why you was late today. Oh yeah, I told you was getting it all day.
Tosin, good comeback for the single, brother.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck that. Anyway, I definitely want to piggyback on what y'all said. I definitely feel like a lot of dating nowadays is all about like fucking reality versus fucking figment of people's imaginations. A lot of people play off, that Instagram social media image or what a relationship's supposed to be, and they don't understand that regardless if you 20 or 30, even in your fucking teens, relationships is hard work. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't understand that a lot of that shit, all that shit, the matching Gucci, the matching I'm not gonna say that bullshit, bonnets and do-rags, like all that shit, all that shit.
It's the durag bonnet combo. Right.
Yeah, I'm about to
Stand
offend.
corrected.
I'm about to offend like Twitter saying that shit. But yeah, a lot of that shit, like all that stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, like if that person that you with ultimately is not the person for you, eventually you gonna find that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And probably sooner than later, because most of the time we see all these people out here fucking breaking up, you know what I'm saying, putting it on Instagram and shit, like, oh, I hate my baby mother, you know what I'm saying, hate my baby father, all that shit. And it's like, yo, our perception, like our realities has just been so warped. It's like now we start to think shit like that as a hype. And I guarantee you, you talk to all the OGs, all the old heads, the old folks in general who've been married a long time, I guarantee you they would say shit like that is a no-go.
Nah, for real. And I mean, it's all about nuance for me. At that, relationships are not gonna how they looked when your grandparents was getting married. You very rarely meeting any virgins as soon as you walk. You talk to a chick. Shit, you not even a virgin, so it's real different. So
Everybody fucking.
Or everybody fucking. Everybody getting ass. Everybody
Everybody.
getting dick. It's a free fall around this motherfucker. But the thing about it is just nuance and really connecting with people. To be honest with you, I think that's the main thing, and really building strong connections with people.
I definitely think that's the one aspect that we've lost, like we kind of get caught up in the physical, and like the image, and then we've kind of missed that. We kind of missed out on building actual relationships with people, like most of these motherfuckers out here, they either love that person they with or they hate that person. You know what I'm saying? Like there's never an in between. There's never I could want the best for this person, all that. It's like, nah, like we've been taught to be so closed minded, when it comes to like dealing with struggle and change and shit. Everybody just want to accept the shit for like the face value, and they think the face value is supposed to just be positive shit, like all the cute shit that come along relationships, getting money, getting educated together, all types of shit. But at the end of the day, like you are going to fight with the person you with, you know what I'm saying? You are going to actually have real problems, and ultimately it's that age old saying, like, you are who you are when nobody's looking. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a relationship with somebody and at the end of the day, you doing all that shit online, you getting money with them, all that shit's cool. But behind closed doors, if y'all can't see eye to eye or if y'all can't build a real relationship, that shit don't mean a damn thing. Like eventually that shit just gonna expose itself.
One thing I see like as a struggle dating in millennial age is that dealing with somebody and you don't necessarily have everything internally fixed with you, like you go into a relationship with a lot of baggage
Big facts.
you know what I'm saying? You trying to grow with the person. You could grow with somebody, but if you come and you kind of not whole within yourself and you don't really have your situation financially figured out, but you're jumping in a relationship and then you're trying to keep up with the Joneses on Instagram to make yourself feel as though that's the way to go. I don't think that necessarily works all the time.
Nah, it definitely doesn't.
I feel like one thing too that and this might be a little bit of a sidebar, but like one thing that you're supposed to do as far as your relationship, please keep your dirty laundry to yourself. I ain't gonna front.
Your
like,
dirty laundry?
Yeah, and just to
Expound on that, my brother.
Yeah, of course, but not like, okay, for example, because today me and Quan was driving and when we was going to City Hall this morning. And then he was like, yo, that's this, and that. And I was like, who is that? This man told me the story about how a young man was getting outed for cheating by his lady. But she didn't just out him for cheating. She outed him because he was like, yeah, you was living with me. I was paying this, and that. I'm like, oh, damn, dog. I'm like.
Well, I mean.
And I'm wrong. I guess I guess that was kind of wrong and this and that, but I ain't gonna front. I mean, not the real issue with me is like you can't be doing all that stuff that he was doing, especially if she was living with you and all this other stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Wait, she was living with him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was
living with
no,
Oh,
my bad.
okay, okay.
No, sorry, correction. He was living with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
sorry,
yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
living with
Correction,
her.
sorry.
You
Well,
get
which
what I'm
is
saying?
totally different.
Nah, yeah, he was living with her. Like she was paying stuff out for him. Blah blah blah. This and that.
But connecting that to the dating and millennial age, 20, 30 years ago, her outing him on social media wouldn't even been like an option. You get what I'm saying? Now that's an option, and then you got to kind of look at.
They would do
shit.
it different ways, though.
Yeah, I mean, no.
But-
They would, but then you gotta vet the person that you're dealing with. Like if that's a part of her character of putting your dirty laundry when things are not ideal in a relationship, it's like why even be in that relationship?
But see, the thing about that is you gotta look at it like
but
this.
that doesn't exempt him from his actions.
Oh yeah,
though. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong.
Nah, but the thing about that is from Quan's standpoint about the social media thing, we wouldn't even known all that shit happened if he didn't put it on. If she didn't put it on social media. So
Exactly.
it's different. Like if she would have like did that shit before, she probably been yelling out the window, throwing his stuff out. But
That's
I ain't
true.
gonna front. It ain't going past that day.
Word,
Or anybody
that's
who's
true, that's
really
true.
seen that. But now,
All that shit live on.
now this
In the
joint-
social media age, it adds a new element.
And then my thing about it, I mean, where he fucked up, I don't want to get too much into him, but where he fucked up is that, man, I don't care what nobody says. And I mean, you just gonna have to be, I'm gonna just be cut and blunt about it. Yo, chick not gonna respect you if you living with her, man.
That's a
I'm
fact.
not gonna front. It's
Regardless.
It's never gonna be a good rapport. You're never gonna have a good rapport with a woman if you living with her. If you now, let's say you move in with a chick, that's cool. But if you just basically living with a chick where,
mooching.
yeah, like low key
You a
mooching,
parasite.
yeah, like
Even your mother though, even your mother won't necessarily respect you as a adult or a man. Like she'll still look at you in that little boy light. In a situation in relationships, you may come across hardships, but you like.
yeah, if
what-
you living off of somebody, it's just a totally different dynamic.
and it becomes like an extensive amount of time.
It's
like,
different if your
it's too
mom's
much.
living with you and you
Exactly.
paying all the bills and all that,
Mm-hmm.
or you moving with a chick and you moving to where she's at, but you take on the main responsibilities,
Yeah.
or or y'all going 50-50 with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Even that's different. But if you living off somebody, it's just gonna be a bad rapport. Maybe sometimes if the roles are reversed, things could kind of be understood. You could kind of say, you know what, that's cool, but there's never going to be I've never seen an example where a guy was living off a girl and doing all the housework, and it was seen as, oh, well, that's cool. That's just what he does. Like, nah, like that shit's never going to fly. That's like, that shit sounds like a whole big conundrum and big mess, in itself. So that's where he fucked up with that.
That situation is bound to explode.
Nah, and another part that I want to talk about with this whole dating thing, though, is which I don't think too many people talk about. Me and Tyler could talk about it too, or y'all can give your perspective. What is a good relationship? You know what? No, matter of fact, not even that. We're gonna touch on that last. Matter of fact, what I want to talk about is now we talked about dating as a millennial, but millennials could go from that can go on to your 30s. You know, that era. What is dating like for your early 20s? So, your early 20s, you got people that's in college, coming out of college. So what is that like?
We gonna break this shit down for y'all, like, in the fucking most blunt way we can, because that's the only way that y'all really should hear this shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of y'all think that y'all done found y'all mate at like 19, 21, whatever, even 22, 23. Yo, up until graduation, all that shit, that may well be the case. Some people like do that. Some people do find their mate at that age, but ultimately, that person you with, it's gonna be a lot of trial and error at this time of your life as far as relationships. Like, you're gonna deal with a lot of people. A lot of these people this is their first time getting outside of their home. They may have grown up with strict parents and strict households, whatever. Like, be home before the street light. Shit, some of y'all was home before the street light. So
Facts.
it's like,
Big facts.
so this is people's first time getting out of their home, having freedom, being able to stay out with their friends, out drinking, all that shit. Y'all gonna come into a lot of people, and it's like y'all gonna think that these people are all for y'all, and ultimately you gonna have to just vet them. You gonna have to like weed out the bad ones, the good ones, and it's like you're gonna really figure out who you are as a person, and you're gonna figure out these people around you, what intentions they have for you in the relationships that you're in.
And then one thing, just to kind of piggyback what he was saying, it's just about, you learning about who you are. You like once you get into college and stuff like that, you learning about yourself. You get what I'm saying? And so like when you were in high school, you get what I'm saying, you were around the same people basically every
Every
day,
day.
every day. You get what I'm
A
saying?
lot smaller too.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller. But you know, once you get into college, you get what I'm saying. You see a lot of people. You see a lot of stuff that you like, stuff that you don't like, and that you know weaves itself into your relationship. So like, yeah, like he said, it's a lot of trial and error. Like sometimes you just talking to people, and then you know you hanging out with them, and you just like, all right, I like this, I don't like this, I don't like that. It's like, you know how girls be like, oh, I want to be around my boyfriend all the damn time, like blah blah blah, this and that. Girls say that until you actually get a nigga who do that, and it's like, damn, this nigga ain't got nothing to do. Like why he with me right now? Blah blah blah. You get what I'm saying? You gotta like you really learning about yourself, and that's why I always say people don't really know what they want, but they know what they don't want. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you can tell a person all the stuff that you don't like, but all the stuff that you want, you're not really going to get the full dynamic of it until you experience
Shit,
it.
that sound like woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, my
Facts.
bad. Let me backtrack my old statement. It's not people. It applies a lot just to females. I know y'all gonna feel some type of way, but hey,
Yeah, we just being honest about it. You know, like the main thing that Tosin said right there. Like you're gonna figure out who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So
And I got one Quan, because Quan's about to go, but I got something to give on the flip side for the male perspective as well too.
oh yeah, nah. I mean, like I said, like a lot of us are at this age. You know, you're figuring out who you are as a person. You know, like what you want in your life, what you want to be, and ultimately, if you don't, you know, figure out those things, it's like, how can you ever really be with someone else, you know what I'm saying, to your full potential? Like, that's the main thing. I feel like a lot of us come into relationships and stuff in your early 20s or whatever, even in your late teens. Excuse me. I feel like a lot of people come into, you know, relationships expecting the other person, you know, to complete them or to, you know, help them figure out what you want to do. But ultimately, it's like, it's what Quan said earlier. Like, you need to work on yourself first. You need to figure out what you want to do as a person, you know, who you want to be. And then ultimately, when you figure that out, no one can take that from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should never be in a position where other people can dictate, you know, your happiness or what's going on with you or, you know, or how you want to survive in life. It's like, nah, like, you don't want to be in those poisonous relationships because ultimately you end up giving too much of yourself to somebody else. And the next thing you know, you done drained of all your energy and all your vibes.
Given my perspective, and I'm single, but I feel as though picking it back on basically what I was saying earlier is that develop yourself, and it does yourself a lot of justice if you actually take time to really develop yourself and not be kind of fiending for a relationship or actually looking to deal with anybody. Just honing up your skills and getting your money right and just stacking your bread where you don't have to go into a relationship with a lot of baggage like before. So,
and well, one thing too that like I know it seems like that it just sounds like, oh, we just coming down on the negatives of relationship and stuff like that. And, you know, that's just the point to identify certain stuff. But the main thing is when you're in a relationship, one thing that you want to get, even if it doesn't work out, is positivity. Like, is this person that you're talking to, do you get positive energy from them? Is it like, all right, they support you? That's the kind of relationships you want to be around, because ultimately the people you hang around, you absorb their energy. You get what I'm saying?
So true.
You get
That's
the
so
energy, you get the energy that they feeling, like, you get what I'm saying? So someone's negative all the time, you don't really want to be around them, you get what I'm saying? And it has to be a give take type of thing. Like, you have to be giving the same positivity to people out the same way that you want it given to you. You get what I'm saying? You can't just expect to take. You can't be a leech. You get what I'm saying? Like, it has to be a mutual thing. That's with any relationship, whether it be you know, you and just your girlfriend, or, you know, somebody you just talking to, you know, or entertaining, or whatever it is. It has to be positivity. That's what you want. You get what I'm saying? Because whatever goals that you want to achieve in your life and whatever it may be, that's the energy you're going to take into it, and they have to
Match that energy.
Yeah, match that energy, or at least just, you know,
Compliment it.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, you basically want to surround yourself with positivity, whether it's your family, you know, or your friends, or your, like I said, like the person you're in a relationship with, you know, like ultimately that's something that you need. Everyone needs that, you know what I'm saying, positivity. And that's why I think a lot of people fall in love with these relationships, because at first there'll be like positive elements, you know, there'll be so many positive things that these relationships add to your life. So, you know, that's great, like I said, but then it's just, you know, once you go along with it, you're gonna have to understand that you are gonna have to work on these things, and these things do take work. But personally, for me, like, I've been in a relationship 3+ years, you know, and I found that my relationship and my life just in general started getting better when I focused more on myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people have to be selfish in the fact that you must complete yourself, you know, and just try to figure things out for yourself before you can fully give someone else, you know, like the true potential you can in a relationship.
Nah,
I'm
that's
selfish. I don't care about nobody else.
yo, chicks love that song.
Girls love that song.
Yo, they
but
was fucking with that shit.
But
OD.
girls love and hate that song at the same time. Like, damn, I hate that he talking about women like this. But I love it because he honest.
Wait, no, wait. What's it called? That was P&B Rock, long neck ass, right?
Yeah.
Nah, it was definitely was.
But wait, we about to backtrack on his light skin ass. But the main thing about it for me is just really see a lot of times in this society, things with social media, and I think talking about social media was the most important thing about it, because that kind of conditions us to how we act with almost everything in our life. So meaning that we want self-aggrandizement, and we want to have things happen so fast in like 2.5.
My bad. You said what?
Self-aggrandizement.
My bad. Can you give me the definition of that one? I don't
Self-aggrandizement is like, having your, I'm trying to remember. When you know a word, but you can't.
What's a synonym for it? Like a word that can place it.
Self-aggrandizement, like giving yourself self-praise, like a whole lot of self-praise.
Nah, because I genuinely did not know the meaning of that word.
Yeah. And it's about, people just bigging up themselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in relationships, a lot of sacrifice is needed. You have to have general love for a person, and you have to want to sacrifice for somebody, and you got to be loyal. In this society, and I think with social media and all that, which is it's a beautiful thing, but the negative side to it as well is that we're so used to getting things in 2.5 seconds, and we miss out sometimes on really building, connecting, and really getting to know somebody. So, building up trust, love, wanting to sacrifice somebody, that takes time. You're not going to figure that out in just a couple of months. Now, you could kind of vet somebody and get the general consensus of how they are in a couple of months. But then even past that, sometimes you might go through a relationship and you just find out that it just doesn't work.
And that might not even
That's
be
okay.
because the person you with, it's like a bad
Exactly.
person
It
or a
doesn't-
negative
and
person. It might literally just mean that y'all can't see eye to eye, or that vibe isn't the way it's supposed to be, or you can't see yourself with that person. Like, people have to be genuinely honest when we come to these relationships.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You just got to be honest about things. And sometimes, some people, we always do it. We let things linger on for a little too long, and we don't take the time to really vet somebody the way we were supposed to. And they have certain things, they have certain characteristics that we just can't mesh with. And, that's okay. But I think what happens in today's time with social media, sometimes things get overblown. People make big fusses about it. So
I'm so glad you said that, because that actually reminded me of one of the points I meant to say earlier. Yeah, man, I feel like in this society that we're in now, with social media, one thing that it's done to us is that it's definitely stripped us of like the ability to communicate with each other. You know what I'm
Big
saying? Like,
facts.
besides fucking post or showing love on Instagram and shit. Like, ultimately, I feel like a lot of these relationships, these people can't even communicate to each other. Like, oh damn, you may not be the person for me. Or this may not be exactly what I want right now, or I might be going through something that would prevent me from ultimately being the best person I can in this relationship. Like, sometimes we scared to hurt the person we with. Sometimes we just honestly just genuinely I'm not used to communicating with people, so we can't even get those things across.
Oh my God.
what?
My bad. I'm sorry. I just seen some shit on Instagram. I think
Listen.
I think I'm in love right now. This
This nigga about to reconsider.
Bro, you're gonna be in love every 2 minutes. Like,
Well, yeah, going on Instagram.
my explore page be crazy.
Instagram are really how you thinking like, damn, I might want to be in a relationship.
Yo, just make sure she looked the same in person that she do on the
Word.
gram.
Shit,
Yeah.
I've seen some
Shit.
horror stories,
Yo.
nigga.
I see some
Facts.
girls. I see some girls look like Holly Berry on Instagram. Then I see her in person. She like my
matter
foot.
of fact, we gonna make that rule number one for fucking dating as a millennial, yo. Make sure you get somebody that look the same in
Oh,
person.
word.
Like they do
That's
on
a
the
big
gram,
fact.
yo.
Wait, I have something that needs to be required for 27. It's 2018, December of 2018 for all my brothers. Get a balloon full of water, and if you meeting a girl off Instagram for the first time, just splash her ass.
Nah, you can't do
I
it
ain't
like
gonna
that, though.
lie.
You can't do it like that. You gotta
talking
be.
about her face.
See, we gotta have nuance
Nah,
in
I
this
ain't gonna-
conversation.
I ain't
No.
gonna-
Wait. We gotta have nuance in the conversation. You can't
No
do it.
sophistication.
No, because that's gonna make you look an asshole. You gotta call your mans and say, "Yo, bruh, I'm on a date. we passed the corner.
Do a
I'm about to say,
drive-by splash.
Do a drive-by splash on me in the day. I gotta find out if it's
Nah,
real."
I ain't gonna stunt. That's what happens, especially when it comes to clubs. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Well, shout out to this. Ivory's coming up June 24th.
Hey.
But yo, I ain't gonna
That's a
lie.
crazy
I ain't
plug,
gonna-
bro.
Crazy
Free promo.
party, yeah. You feel me? But yo, that's the one thing about that shit is you gotta go run up there and throw some water on some of them faces. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, yo, who's that being sponsored by?
Big Five. So that's Yak. That's Inside Boys. For the culture. Dang, Aquabus and then Vibe Africa. There we go.
Oh,
Sorry,
alright.
I almost forgot all five of them for a second. Nah, cause it's like big.
About to
it's
lose
a
all
lot
them
of
little
group.
sponsors.
Word.
Nah, but yeah, man. But yeah, no, one of those, especially in parties, I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to throw some water on them damn faces, and you gotta be even real creative, cause some of them got waterproof makeup now.
Oh damn, hell
Hey.
no. Shit, the devil is a liar.
Nah, but we ain't forget about some of these niggas out here too, cause niggas. I'm starting to see niggas walking around with like fucking a lace front wave.
I swear to God, they've been talking about that.
Yo.
I swear to God, they've been
No,
talking about
I
that.
saw that shit applied to a nigga's bald head before.
Wait, where at?
Yo, on the gram. Son.
Oh, okay.
No,
See, but
like,
that
son,
shit.
a nigga was really bald in the middle, and he ended up
No,
with
I
waves.
see. Yo, that's
That
foul.
that should make a nigga like me feel mad as hell, cause I've worked for my shit.
No, but that you shouldn't be mad at that, because if you're doing that, there's something deep down and dark and wrong with you. Like if you would glue some shit onto your head like that, well, niggas do get toupees.
Wait, I ain't gonna front. So what's wrong with LeBron?
No, LeBron.
No
look,
shade.
Yo, LeBron.
LeBron has the opposite problem. He need to let that shit go.
Yo, LeBron look like they put a big slab of tape on the back, on the front of his head and just
Snatch it off, bro.
snap that shit off. Like it's like Velcro or some shit like that. But no,
That's the homie though. Chill.
he
that
got.
ain't your homie. Shut up.
That nigga's the best player in history.
Oh gosh, we off of that
It's a
shit.
topic for another day.
Yeah, it
That's
definitely
right.
is.
And I will win.
No. But let's get back to. I want to get back to the dating, and it's just the last topic with it, and it could be short and quick. What is a good relationship?
Yo, I actually want to start with this.
Hold on. Oh, you got something. I was about to just.
Oh, you
say
thought I had a poem written
No,
down?
no.
I can't look at my
good
phone.
relationship-
I don't know.
is
Is that what-
love.
Is that what
Yeah,
was
like-
taking you so long to get here?
Yeah, I was writing
that
a poem.
what-
All right,
Thanks
let it
to
go.
you.
bitch.
Nah, I'm mad. You was
Anyway,
late.
so I actually want to start with this, man, because I feel like a lot of people actually just make this shit a lot harder than what it needs to be. Like I said, I'm speaking from personal experience here, and my relationship wasn't always the best, but I definitely feel like it's the work that you put in. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to genuinely care about the person you with, you know what I'm saying, and genuinely want them to be better. You want to make yourself better, you know what I'm saying, for yourself and also for that person. I feel like you have to accept the fact that you're not going to always get along. It's not going to always be, bright and sunny out. Some days
Word.
you're going to have problems, you know what I'm saying? Some days you might not even be able to solve the problem, you know what I'm saying? And you got to be okay with that. You got to understand that you can't always get your way in a relationship, It's never going to be just all the positive aspects and none of the negative, So I feel like a lot of people out here, as long as you're with a person, man, that you genuinely enjoy their time, and you really want to be with that person. Yo, put that shit away, yo. Put that shit
Yo,
away.
niggas is.
This nigga Quan showing me shit on the phone. That shit looks ridiculous. But
All right.
Nah, anyway, back to this real shit. Like, I feel like a lot of people, man, like, you just have to really be honest with yourself. I feel like if you're honest in your viewpoints of your relationship, and you're able to communicate with that person, that eliminates a lot of the problems right there. Like I said, a lot of people nowadays, we lost that that ability to communicate, and it definitely, I feel like that's the biggest thing in any relationship, because you need to be able to tell the person you with, hey, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like when you said that to me. I didn't like when you did that. Or you need to be able to say, like, oh, that shit was popping, do that again. It's like all types of shit that go along with that. So I mean,
So big thing. So to conclude what you're saying, what are the 3 traits of a good relationship? And y'all can all do that.
communication, I would definitely say teamwork, and I would say, yeah, I know that sounds funny as hell, right?
That shit
It's
sounds
a
so
fucking
cliche.
game or something. No, I mean, I gotta add 2 more, because I would definitely say respect. And like, a lot of things deviates from respect, and I just think love, like, of course that's cliche to say, but I feel like love is genuinely just when you enjoy the person you with and you actually, want to be with that person. You know what I'm saying? You actually can see yourself having a future with that person. So I feel like it's a combination of those 3 things, like those 4 things, excuse me. If you respect the person you with, things will follow accordingly. You need to be able to communicate with them. You need to be able to work with them as a team, knowing that shit ain't always going to be perfect. And just got to have genuine love for the person, man. A lot of people aren't genuine out here. So find somebody who's genuine and love the fuck out of them, because that shit is a rare thing nowadays.
Yeah, a lot of people out here are genuinely a piece of shit.
Sidebar. Love is overrated in a relationship.
Yeah, fuck that
That's a
shit.
single nigga.
Nah, but
Single light skinned
Nah,
niggas always gotta bring it up into some
but-
super deep shit.
Nah, but as far
Love is overrated. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga.
Nah, but that love.
Nah, he a hood
nah,
nigga
but-
today. You see how he got his hat on and shit. I'm
And a white
surprised.
tee.
I'm surprised he didn't come on and just say "fuck bitches get money." You know?
Nah, but as far as that love thing,
How you find out about the motto?
the thing, y'all both light skinned. So anyway,
Talib is not light skinned, bro.
I'm so glad you said that, yo. He been saying that bullshit for years. Yo.
anyway, though. But the thing about the love thing is like that don't mean you gotta go out and just go give your love
He got
to.
the African mindset. Anybody who lighted him light skin.
Oh my
Come on now,
gosh.
niggas on that shit.
Nah, it's true though. Nah. As far as that love thing, like that don't mean you gotta just go out and just give your love to everybody. You know, when you first talking to somebody, you just like I said, you gotta vet them out, and then you gotta really see if somebody's 10 toes down. You feel me? For you know who you are.
And I'm the hood
time
nigga.
Time out. That's better than saying
Ten-
fucking teamwork.
10 toes down.
10 toes
Teamwork.
down.
Nah, yeah, but that's what it means. You gotta see if somebody's
You
10
so
toes
real,
down.
man.
If somebody's 10 toes down for you, you feel me? Like, and that's really what it is. Like, so I guess my components, like you said, communication is definitely important. Respect, and that goes far as like respecting a man as far as certain stuff. Like, yeah, like women, you can hit men, but you hit me, it's over. You hit.
What the fuck is good with you,
Nah,
nigga?
You gonna jump right to OJ?
No.
Tosin Turner.
Tosin Turner.
Yo, you wildin'.
Nah, but I'm saying you hit me, it's over. Like, you get what I'm saying?
The relationship.
The relationship is over.
Oh.
Not her.
Oh shit! I thought you meant over for the chick. I'm about to say
I
you
thought-
are moving
I
different.
thought he was referring to
Fuck
life.
I thought, word.
Fuck out of here. Y'all know OJ Simpson.
I
over
thought
here.
you
Y'all
was.
think about killing.
I thought y'all was going. I thought you was going full on buff drive. Like, you going to jail now?
Yeah, I ain't
Nah.
gonna front. Wait, so basically the conclusion, what I got from you two is respect, teamwork, and 10 toes down, right?
Wait, no, but what? Now, what?
Communication.
No,
Communication.
no, but what was your 3 things? Say it again.
Oh yeah, like I said,
Respect.
respect, communication. What was the thing I just said? Oh
Ten-
yeah.
10 toes down.
Being ten, nah, that shut up. And the third one would be
This is the fourth one, bro.
compromise.
Oh,
I like that.
I know
Oh,
that. I
yeah,
know
that's
that.
nice, that's
That one. People don't understand that, but it's just like sometimes you gotta apologize, and you don't want to apologize.
big
But-
fucking fat.
And then you gotta just sit there like, cause some people will sit in their
Coming
head.
from a simping ass nigga.
Oh, come on now.
I'm joking. I'm not.
I can't wait to hear your reasons.
Word.
He
I don't
gonna
have-
say money, sex, and weed.
All the whole
Wait.
time he hurt as fuck during this whole conversation.
Talk about what's wrong with that?
Oh God. I ain't had a girlfriend
Oh wait,
in years.
time out. In an intimate relationship, let me add a fourth one: sex.
Oh gosh.
But yeah, that
let's
is
not.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
not-
a that's
very
a
important.
That's a,
That
yeah, that
goes
is
without
important.
saying.
Let's
That
not
is
like
important.
sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna front. You gotta be able to have sex with your lady. I ain't gonna front because after you get into a relationship,
You gotta be able to have sex with your lady. Why niggas say it like an OG? You gotta be able to have sex with your lady.
nah, I ain't gonna front.
Make love to your lady.
After you get into your arguments, let's be real. The makeup sex be right better than regular sex.
Oh God. But you can't run off that energy
Nigga
though.
fresh off of Instagram.
Nah,
meme.
but on some real shit.
goodness.
On some real shit, like you gotta that's how y'all exchange energies and shit like that through there. You get what I'm saying? That's what happens.
you just can't get
This
any
nigga
worse.
off his Dr. Sebi shit.
Yo, are y'all gonna troll me this whole episode?
Nah, not
Alright
the
then.
whole
Not the
episode.
whole
episode.
Alright then. Sex
His
is
little ass about to throw some astrology shit in there next.
Because
Fuck
brother,
outta-
when you
no
meet
matter-
a chick
and
and
no
she's
matter
an
what.
Aquarius and you're a Sag, y'all make love on the waterbed and y'all come together closer than you ever been. Like, all right, big dog. I
get it, bro.
You sound like TD Jakes just now.
I hear you, big dog. No, but go ahead. Go on.
Sean really sound like a Muslim TD Jakes. Oh my god.
A Muslim TDJ. First of all, how the fuck you name me a Muslim to a Christian pastor?
That
that
nigga
is
said. That
ridiculous.
nigga said on the water,
Oh,
bed.
and Ramadan Mubarak to all my Muslims.
Yo,
feel
you-
me? Nah, it's the holy month for them, man. Like you gotta respect
Tyler
all
would
of them.
know. He was a Muslim.
Oh yeah.
What do you?
Nah, but come on. What's your 3 reasons though? Let's be serious.
Low I see import. Sorry, now go ahead.
Yeah,
Paul.
go ahead. Let's talk
Sean,
over
you go
that.
ahead.
Oh, what the fuck? All right.
I don't have any.
Oh,
He has no heart.
word, right?
Yo, come on.
I
Sean.
swear to God, niggas always take it to the umpteenth level when it comes to shit like that. Niggas that ain't been in no relationships. Nah, but for me, I think the 3 characteristics I would say would have to be loyalty, trust, and communication. If you have those 3 things, I think your relationship should be pretty stable. if you trust somebody, if you're loyal to them and you can communicate with them, I think the love will naturally grow. Oh well, I would say a fourth too, respect. I think respect is very big, and on both sides. I think on both sides because it's certain ways that you just have to approach certain things, especially when you're dealing with your lady and stuff like that, and especially when you're dealing with your man as well. I think it's certain stipulations that you have to give to each person because everybody is different, but as sometimes you do have different mood swings that come. Like if your lady, if she not feeling if it's that time in the month, sometimes you gotta acquiesce. I know it was a situation that I was in, and I was saying something sometimes I come off kind of blunt. And when I said it, Kayla was like, oh, well, why you say that? Why you say it like that? Like, you shouldn't have said that. I don't like when you say that. Well, I made it sound like she had an attitude.
You sound just like her just now, too.
No. No, but she didn't say it. She didn't say it with an attitude, but she was saying it. She was like, why did you say that? I don't like when you say that. And instead of me, what I said to me was right, but it was very blunt. Instead of me doubling down on it, I said, you know what, you're right. I shouldn't have said it like that. And I think that's sometimes those little instances is where you understand your partner and you be able to grow more because you're able to have those little compromises and be able to complement each other.
And don't be wrong, there's more components that go into a relationship. Those are just like 3.
It's just like the blueprint.
I won't even say it's the blueprint. It's just like
it is strong components within it.
It is small. It's other components. But my question is, I was gonna ask so when is it time to call it quits in a relationship? You feel me? Time to
I feel like
losses.
Wait, this heartless nigga Quan didn't say shit yet. Are you really not done? You really don't have to.
How about you start? How about you start with when is the time to call quits? Because I'm damn sure that you got enough experience.
Oh yeah, Quan Houdini out here.
He's just this a fucking peer from a motherfucker.
He thought he was home sweet. He thought he wasn't have to say shit about this.
Nah, Quan do the cell phone trick, girl.
He said what?
Quan do the cell phone trick.
What?
He'll text us, be like, in 5 minutes, call and act like it's an emergency.
It's like, oh shit. Like, hey, yo, bro, I just broke my fucking leg.
But Quan, when is it time to call it quits, man?
Basically, I mean, we all, well, you guys have brought up like honesty within a relationship. I feel as though when like the trust and honesty is not like some of the strongest components within the relationship, and you don't necessarily see like potential within the relationship, I think that's like one of the best times to call it quits.
Yeah, I think one of the best times to call it quits is when you just really feel it like there's no growth and that you guys are not growing, and it's at a point where you just feel as though the energy is not the same on both ends, and now if the trust and loyalty, if that shit's broken, that shit is definitely done. But sometimes it doesn't even have to be that. It's just that you guys aren't where you think that you should be, and it's just not going to be it's not where you thought it should be.
But commenting on what I was saying, this is in regards of like the aftermath of a relationship. I think the best thing to do like going into like the aftermath is have a civil breakup, no matter how the breakup transpired. Even if it was messy, somebody cheated and stuff like that, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it and just move on. Because if you end off on funky terms and then you would kind of expose yourself into possibly getting yourself back into a mess, getting yourself back into the relationship, and it could be real messy. So
yeah, I feel you. So and with that, I think that's basically the end when it comes to relationships, how we feel about certain relationships. What I wanted to get into is just a few. It was some current events that's been going on. We about to look and see what the fuck's been going on. Oh, the royal wedding was this weekend. Did y'all check any of that shit out?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't really give a shit either.
Quite frank.
All I seen on Instagram is about how her mother's black.
Yeah. I was seeing all that. I think she walked herself down the aisle too. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's super.
Independent black woman."
Yo, it's crazy too because everybody was super happy about what was going on. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, obviously she's black, yo. But she does. I would not have known she was black.
I didn't know that shit until I saw her mother.
Yeah, exactly. Shit is wild.
Like people want to be included in everything. Like I'm tired of it, bro.
Wait, did
Yeah.
y'all check out? It be these dumbass award shows I never watched. Like
The
the,
BB, what is that shit?
the Billboard Awards.
Yeah,
and shit like-
BBMAs. That's what that shit
yeah,
was.
yeah, I never
No,
watched
hell
it.
no, I ain't watched that shit.
No, I didn't.
That shit is
I
all
heard-
a joke.
I heard Kendrick and Drake came up though.
I'm not even trying to be funny, yo. Like, when did we get to the point where a nigga whole album could be on the chart?
Yeah,
like, come
Word,
on, son.
that-
Like, are
that's
you serious?
wild
Like,
shit.
y'all not even listening for the content of half of these, albums. Like, y'all really just, that's my favorite singer. Like, let me play this shit 100 times. Like, come on now.
Oh, yo, no, this dude Talib showed me some shit earlier today with Kendrick.
Oh
wait,
shit!
yo, pause.
Oh
Go,
my
OB,
god!
real quick.
Yo, hold on. Let me fucking talk about this shit. Wait, are you gonna play it?
Yeah, you can play it.
All
Off
right,
the
yo,
shit.
cool. Play that shit. Yeah, play that shit because I definitely gotta go off on
That
that.
shit was too fucking hilarious. One of the funniest shits that I've seen in a good minute.
Oh yeah, and I will be attending that tour June 2nd, man.
Oh, yeah, nah, it's
championship
too
tour.
lit.
Yeah, I got tickets, man.
How much?
Yeah. Oh no, we ain't gonna say all that, but just know they lit. They lit tickets. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, nah, the tickets are gonna be lit. The nigga was telling me that.
yeah, hell yeah, man.
And you said the location, Madison Square.
Nah, hell no. I'm gonna be down in PA.
All right,
I'm
wait,
gonna hit this shit
wait.
down
Let's
in
see.
PA.
Let's see. If we
Nah,
get
yeah,
the,
play this shit.
let's see
Cause
if
this
we
shit
get
better
the.
not happen at the one I go to.
Well, let's see if we get the audio for this. Oh wait, what the hell?
Oh no, here we go.
Wait. Nah, I gotta go to high sobriety for that because they had better audio on it. The audio on that was low
Piss
key.
poor.
Yeah, it was piss poor.
poor.
They
No.
gotta do better. All right, here it go. Wait, turn that bitch up, Tozen.
What's up?
That thing up.
What's up, bro?
Oh, all right. Fuck. Wait.
Am I not cool enough for you? What's up, bro?
You ain't black enough.
What's up?
Boy, Rohan kind of knew the rules a little bit.
Well, it's just really cool, bro. You have to work.
You gotta bleep one single word though.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do it?
Yeah, you did.
Did I do it?
Yeah, you did it.
Oh my god.
Like 3
You
times.
say up here, y'all.
Hell no.
Yeah. Yo, but it was funny when he said I do it. I felt like damn near like fucking Martin off of Brumman when he was like, oh, I did that. He's like, you're damn right, Brumman.
You're damn Skippy, bro. Man.
So if y'all couldn't really hear what was like fully going on, cause we did just play just the audio. All right, so at a Kendrick Lamar Championship Tour concert down in Alabama, Kendrick brought up a young white woman onto the stage.
Yeah, she's like a little boy up there.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell
She
until
sounded
I,
like a little boy.
I only knew it was a
Motherfucker look
woman.
like Andy Milonakis and shit.
I only knew it was a woman because I saw this shit in the caption. But anyway, he brought up a young white woman on the stage, and they started performing the song "Mad City." And this broad go up there and start saying the N-word. And she didn't say that shit like she was shy. She didn't say that shit like she didn't said it in the
Word.
car with her.
It was hella
people.
aggressive.
I'm
bro.
happy. I'm happy
yeah.
Kendrick was strong enough to be like, all right, hold up.
Nah, he had to because they were
Yeah,
gonna
what
kill
the
him
hell?
online. They would have
Yeah.
killed him online if he didn't say that
Yeah,
shit.
we ain't moving like that.
Yeah.
Word.
Word.
That nigga's like, wait. my nigga over here knew the rules. Like,
Yeah, I ain't know what the fuck that was about, but I mean, I'm glad that shit got canceled.
Yeah.
That shit better not happen in PA, cause
nigga, you still gonna sit there and sing the damn song.
I'm black. I can sing the song.
No, but you ain't gonna.
Are you sure?
They're gonna be skipping through the crowd.
Word,
and
I'm
all
about to
that.
say, if some white nigga come in there and start saying, nigga, you might have died. That's crazy. And then you
I paid these damn tickets.
Word, that's crazy. Loyalty. Nah, but I ain't gonna front. This news week was trash. I ain't gonna front. We about to get the fuck out of here. Yo, what?
Basketball is trash as well.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
So what?
come on, Houston. Yo, damn, man, I need better than this.
Got that ass bust.
Damn,
Word,
Joe.
I need better than
We'll-
this,
we'll-
man.
we'll see
and
how the- we'll
and
see how
LeBron
the
gonna
rest-
win tonight. We already know that.
We'll see how the rest of the playoffs
False.
unravel.
Nah. So wait. Do any of y'all got anything else coming up? Like any special event?
Well, But before I get to that, a current event we have is how terrible Chris Paul outfit was. That was horrible. God,
I even peep it.
a vomit jacket.
It was questionable. I wouldn't say
It
terrible.
was questionable.
Questionable.
Nah, but anything coming up?
Oh yeah, but certain coming events, graduation, like like I said, there was a lot of graduates this year, so we having an event on Sunday at Le Souk in Manhattan.
It's a brunch, right?
Yeah, it's a brunch on Sunday.
Lit, lit.
It's a lot of people coming through. So if you graduated, come through. It's free admission, so I know y'all like that, especially college. It's gonna be our last. It's gonna be our last free event. And then what else is there? Oh yeah, you
Nigga,
got
they heard
yeah,
you.
you got.
What, nigga? They ain't there.
I don't know why you
nigga
whispering
over
that.
here whispering with headphones on.
Like yeah, of course you gotta y'all gotta pay for alcohol. Like what?
Yeah,
That's what he
who-
whispered. Like, but yeah, so come through. You feel me? Turn up. Oh, and if y'all wanted to celebrate y'all graduation, there just DM me, hit me up at the Crown Returns on Instagram. TheCrownReturns. My bad. At
You
the
was
Crown
a
Returns.
dumbass.
And then, like I said,
What
Ivory,
is the RSVP looking like so far?
a lot.
No,
I
yeah.
don't
lit.
want to drop no
It's
numbers
lit.
right now, but
Word.
It's like anybody else got something coming up?
Nah, I'm gonna say it's working.
Whole lot of work.
We're a whole lot of work on my
a
table.
a whole lot of work.
So that's it. We out here. I mean, I'm happy that you guys are listening. We're gonna have more content coming next week. So stay tuned. Follow follow our Instagram pages at my Instagram is at Shwayl Ali. That's SHWAYALI. Quan.
My Instagram is at Omowale with 2 underscores, OMOWALE 2 underscores, and follow the Uptown Talks page, UPTXWN Talk 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep it hood. So we got that X in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow my page at Talib Anwar, TAALIBANWAR.
Oh, word. So, also too, look up the. Nah,
I said my.
Tosin said shit.
Yeah, you feel me?
But yeah, no, look up the Uptown Talk page on SoundCloud. We that's where
On
we
YouTube as well.
We're
on
on
YouTube
YouTube as
too.
well, and we coming to iTunes soon. So yeah, check us out. We really appreciate all this love and support. Also too, oh wait, no, I just wanted to say this. It was Malcolm X's birthday this past weekend, so big shout out to
Blessings.
him.
Yeah.
Rest in
Blessings.
power
Blessings.
to that one of the greatest black leaders of
power,
all time.
brother.
Yeah, if y'all got any what's it called?
Feedback.
Feedback, input, anything, y'all could DM us on at the Uptown Talks page or email us anything, any topics y'all want to talk about, stuff like that.
Word,
just to
send
ju-
questions, yo.
Word, you
Definitely
feel
send
me?
questions.
So we could say some mean shit about it.
Word. We're gonna start setting up polls too. So thank y'all for coming out and listening to us. And peace. We gonna be out.
All right.